from Trump.
Yeah, this is probably the weakest portion of the former vice president's analysis, because at 2:24 p.m., former President Trump tweeted when the insurrection was already going on, the violence was going on, inflaming, and then, of course, we saw the vice president fleeing. So I think there's a powerful criminal case here. I wrote a bipartisan model prosecution memo just before the Target letter came out, and experts of both parties say there seems to be a strong criminal case here against Trump.
And Trump shared this ominous video on Truth Social. Let's listen to this.
Things to you that have never been done before.
Now, the audio of that comes from a few years back, and so we need to note this, but he did repost this on Truth Social. It came from some other group, apparently, but he reposted it on Truth Social. It sounds as though he's issuing a not-so-veiled threat. Could the judge, if there is a judge that's ultimately appointed in the January 6th case, if there's an indictment, we should say if, could the judge issue a gag order and say you can't continue to do this kind of incitement rhetoric? Tough to do.
It could happen. The First Amendment provides a lot of protection. There's some ambiguity about these statements. We haven't seen a gag order in response to some of his outrageous statements, including pointing at prosecutors. In a normal case, you would get in trouble for that. So we'll see. You've got to go to a very great extent under the First Amendment, particularly for a political candidate, a presidential candidate. I think the courts are going to set a very high threshold.
And the special counsel's office reaching out to the office of Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, how is that important, do you think? Goes back to the states?
Yeah,
and this effort